You're studying English wrong, and I'll prove it to you. Millions of people spend hours on apps, shadowing native speakers and memorizing vocabulary, but they're still not fluent. But what if I told you the problem is not your effort, but how your brain processes language? Today, I'm gonna show you the method nobody talks about. In 2026, you're gonna be fluent in English, so let's get into it. Why does your brain forget vocabularies you studied yesterday, but it remembers a movie quote from 5 years ago? Why do some people go from zero to fluent in 1 year and others study for a decade and stay stuck? Once we answer that question, everything else, shadowing, AI tools, apps, and everything, starts making a lot more sense. So most people treat learning English like downloading files. More words, more grammars, more exercise, more videos, just pile it all in. But it's not how it works. It's not a hard drive. It's more like a filter constantly asking, is this really important? And if the answer is no, it just deletes it. And just because you say it's important, it doesn't mean it's important to your brain too. The system doesn't work like that. Think about it. You can quote a movie you saw 5 years ago, but you don't remember the 10 words you studied yesterday. That's because one had emotion attached to it and the other didn't. So the real question isn't how do I study more? It is how do I make my brain actually care about this? Your brain loves games. Okay, cool. But why? Your brain evolved to solve problems, notice patterns, and chase rewards. It doesn't care about your English exam. It cares dopamine. Think about it, Instagram Reels and TikTok. You start scrolling without even realizing it. Why can't you stop scrolling? Every swipe is a mystery box. Maybe the next video is amazing. Maybe it's terrible. Your brain pulling the lever because it expects a reward. Now, compare that how most people study English. Open a book, memorize random 50 words, and repeat. There's no surprise, no rewards, no curiosity, and your brain gets bored. And bored brains don't retain information. The problem isn't you're lazy. The problem is your study method gives your brain nothing to get excited about. Here's a framework that I call the dopamine loop. Every session should contain 4 things. Don't open today's grammar lesson. Open with the question you actually want answered. Like, why do Americans say I'm down? Why does everyone say literally when they don't mean it literally? Curiosity is fuel. Small wins. Never study 2 hours before feeling successful. Your brain wants frequent rewards. Visible progress. Would you stay motivated at the gym if you never knew whether you're getting stronger? Probably not. This isn't an advertisement, but you know the Duolingo, right? It has a streak system, meaning once you start progressing, you don't want to break the chain. And even if you do only 5 minutes of exercise in a day, you see the results, right? That's what keeps you in the game. Track your streaks. Sentences learned, conversations completed, minutes of shadowing. Visible progress creates motivation on its own. Unpredictability. Don't make every day identical. Such as if you listen podcast on Monday, do I add conversation on Tuesday? Or Wednesday, tell a story. Your brain likes novelty. Feed it novelty. Sometimes building curiosity might be a lot harder than we thought. Your brain isn't gonna magically release dopamine just because you opened an English textbook. You have to design your environment so curiosity automatically happens. There are a couple of ways to build curiosity, and the first one I can show you is the cliffhanger method. Netflix doesn't hook you because every single episode is amazing. It hooks you because it ends mid-question. Your brain hates unfinished information, so watch an English video and the exact moment you get excited, stop it. Don't finish it, so tomorrow your brain wants closure. Actually, you might remember the information better this way. As I remember, there's an experiment something like waiters get orders, and when their orders are not completed, they remember them better. One of the other way to build curiosity is the notification system. Your phone is already trains you to check it. Every notification says, maybe something interesting happened, so use that same wiring. Subscribe to English language creators whose content you'd already watch anyway. A new interview, a new football breakdown, a new gaming video. Now, English is the language that delivers things you already love. You're not studying English, you are using English to access rewards you actually want. The other method is the treasure hunt. Most people open YouTube thinking, I'm gonna study English. Wrong mission. Instead, give yourself one small target. Today, I'm finding 3 expressions I've never heard before. Suddenly, your brain starts hunting and try to get the word. No. Every sentence could contain treasure. And that's exactly what makes games addictive. You never know what's around the corner. Okay, now you build curiosity, you learn something, but what now? Stop collecting and start using it. And here is where 2026 matters. AI didn't just give you more content, but it also gave you a practice partner. Most learners collect words like trophies, thousands of flashcards, long vocabulary lists, and they still freeze in a real conversation. That's because language isn't storage. It's retrieval under pressure. You don't need more words. You need repetitions using the words you already have. This is where AI tools change everything in 2026. You can now open an AI chat and have a real conversation, judgment-free, anytime, anywhere, any topic, and at your exact level, and get instantly corrected for free. But don't just chat, shadow it. Shadowing isn't just repeating like a robot. It's acting. I'm not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. Humans don't communicate through pronunciation alone. They communicate through emotion. I mean, become that character. Copy the confidence, the energy, the timing, the pauses, the breathing, and everything. Even your body language affects your speaking. Confusion is a good sign. Here is where most people quit. They hit a wall. They don't understand a sentence, a joke, an accent, and they panic. I didn't understand. I must be bad at this. Good. That confusion means your brain is growing. Think of it like you're in the gym. If every set feels easy, you're not building muscle. You're just going through the motions. If everything about your English study feels easy, there is a problem. Difficulty isn't failure, it's adaptation, but there should be a balance. So, if confusion is normal, why do most people quit? Because they're relying on motivation, and motivation is random. Some days you feel like studying, some days you don't. The best learners don't wake up motivated every single day. People ask, what's the best app? What's the best course? But that's not the problem. The important question is, how do I make my brain want to come back tomorrow? Consistency is the key. Once you achieve that, English stops feeling like you're doing homework. It becomes something your brain actually wants. If you want to learn English by the end of the 2026, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care.